Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to Desert Sky Mystic. Today we're going to be doing our love and relationship reading for Scorpio. So these are general readings, which means they may not apply to all of you, but if they do resonate, make sure to like the video for me. This is our 3-in-1 format, so we're going to have basically 3 different readings in one video here. The first one's going to be for those of you that are in a relationship. The second one's going to be for those of you that want to be in a relationship. And the last card placement is going to be for those of you that are moving away from a relationship at this time. So yeah, having said that, let's go on, jump right in and see what this reading has in store for my Scorpio friends. Okay, everybody, welcome. If you are jumping ahead here to this part of the video, this is going to be for those of you that are in a relationship. And let's flip this card here and see what messages Spirit has for us today. The chameleon spirit, act as if. That's very interesting here. You know, it's almost kind of like I get the God, it's almost like dress for success. That's really the energy I'm getting here. It's kind of like if you want a relationship, what am I trying to say? How do I unpack this? Because we don't want to fake it till we make it. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I'm saying is that it's almost like you have an idea of where you want this relationship to go, and you want to look a certain way. And so therefore you can't control the other person in a relationship necessarily, but you can control what you do, how you act, how you react. And I guess that's what I'm trying to get at is if you want your relationship to look a certain way, the best way to get there, if you're trying to achieve something, is to really focus on what you do and what you contribute to the relationship. And then there may be a certain point within this relationship as well to where you take notice that, hey, this person isn't the person that's going to, you know, go along, is going to start making these decisions and do those things. But that is what it is. That's part of it. You know, you got to, you know, evaluate those things. And hopefully this isn't a point where you're already into a marriage or into a deep commitment or whatever else. But, you know, I think there's some things here that you want in this relationship. And I think that communication is definitely going to be part of it. But I think really playing the role for yourself, stepping up and doing the things that you want to do to take it in that direction. And then hopefully for your sake, they like the direction it's going, and and you're important enough to them to where they come along and help contribute to that shared vision as well. So, you know, and this could be also about coming up with a shared vision and trying to get, you know, everybody on board for where you want this relationship to go as well. But again, chameleon spirit, act as if. Let's take a look at a couple of these clarification cards and see what they have to say about this. See what they can add. Maybe we'll get some more details here on what's going on. You know, I think this is a good thing. You know, I mean, we got the possibilities card, and we got the flowering card, which, but you know, to me, it's just saying that that the future is full of possibilities. That, you know, there's all kinds of really beautiful things on the horizon here, and that this is going to be successful. Your attempts are going to be successful one way or another. You are going to get the type of relationship that you want. Hopefully that is within this current relationship, but you know, this is going to turn out the way that you want. And even if it doesn't happen in this relationship and it ends up being that, you know, you're better off moving on, that it doesn't, you know, it doesn't serve you the way that you need it to. I think that, you know, the experience that you have in this is going to propel you towards that, that thing that you want, that thing that you need in order to be happy in a relationship. So again, I hope that in this current relationship for you, that's the case. But if it's not, it's because it's not meant to be. You're supposed to be learning something out of this, you know, and perhaps that's figuring this stuff out. figuring out what that vision is, figuring out what it is you want. But I think the horizon here is actually full of positive things, even if this iteration of the relationship is no good. And again, I'm not saying that. I mean, I think it can go either way. It really depends on the other person. But if the other person doesn't jump on board or isn't sharing the same vision as you or not interested in going that direction, well, that's a clear-cut indication that you shouldn't be wasting your time anymore with this particular deal. Part ways the best way that you can and go find somebody that does share your vision. And perhaps that's career. Perhaps you need somebody to support you in a career. Perhaps, there's something you need out of life and something out of a partner that if this person cannot be that for you, well, that's a pretty clear indication that, you need to move on and find somebody that can. So again, I think either way that the relationship and you are ultimately going to be what you want, is going to become what you want. Now, whether or not it's with this person, I don't know. I get that'll be completely up to them. But I do know that you are the only one that can control you and move things in the direction that you want. You can't control how other people act or react. So take charge on this. If you know what you want, go after it. Life's too short not to. Let's take a look at the advice card and see what it has to add to the reading today. The message from Spirit. Enjoy the moment. I like that. I think it was really talking about living in the present. And, as much as this is saying act as if and going after what you want, I think this is really talking about living the dream day by day. Don't worry too much about the future. Don't get stuck too much in the past. Get that clear vision and start moving towards it just day by day, and things will turn out the way that they're supposed to. And just enjoy the experience, because you are moving to a place that's going to make you happier, and be excited for that. I mean, there's great things over the horizon for you. Just keep moving towards it, and you will get there, and enjoy every moment to there. Because I mean, it's part of who you are. It's part of this going to be shaping who you are in the future as well. So enjoy the moment. These are going to be memories one way or another that are going to shape who you are in the days to come. So I hope that's helpful. If this video resonates with you, please make sure to like it. And then, of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you as part of the family, and it helps us out quite a bit as well. So thank you once again for watching, and we will see you next time. Hey, everybody, if you're here for the part of the reading for folks that are looking for love, looking for a relationship, you are in the right spot. Let's go on and flip this card over and see what kind of energies and messages are here for us today. Cat Spirit, claim your independence. So I almost get the sense that we are not quite ready for that relationship yet, that you're still working on yourself outside of this last relationship, that you're still kind of, I don't want to say regrouping, but when we go into relationships, we give a part of ourselves up. When we come out of relationships, we have to kind of rediscover who we are now with this new experience under our belt. We have to look at the things that we want for ourselves, the things that we don't want for ourselves in terms of relationship and our future, all of those things, and just really enjoy ourselves, enjoy who we are, enjoy who we've become, and really become confident and strong again outside of the relationship. And I don't know, I mean, this could be at different levels for each of you, but I think whatever the case is I think this is kind of a prerequisite to a healthy relationship. Doesn't mean relationships aren't going to come your way. I'm just saying that if you really take this to heart and you're really on solid ground with who you are, and outside that relationship, and what you want and what you want to maintain of yourself as you go into the next relationship, I think that, you know, you're going to be a lot better off. It's going to help you identify people that are not healthy for you. It's going to help you cut those short before there's a commitment and investment of any type, emotional investment. And again, it's just going to help you find healthier people that are going to move you closer to what will make you happy. Let's take a look at a couple clarification cards here and see what else we can add to this reading here. You know, look, I think this is a great place for you, to be quite honest with you. I mean, um, I'm not even 100% sure that, you know, I mean, this reading is for those of you that are looking for love. I'm not even 100%. I think maybe you think you're looking for love. I think that you're maybe wondering when it will come around again. But I think right now that this is all about you. And I think it's a very healthy thing for it to be all about you. You know, I think you are really lining things up for yourself, you know, discovering things. You're really coming the breakthrough. You've there's some things that you're really sorting out. What do you want out of life? What do you want out of yourself? What do you want out of future relationships? What will you stand for? What will you not stand for? All of those things. And I think you're in a really good place. You got the laziness card here, which is this guy is kind of at the top of his game. He's enjoying everything's good. You know, he's relaxing. He's enjoying life. You know, and I don't know how long this lasts. You know, I think that all of this, God, I almost get the sense that you're kind of really in a good spot here and you made a lot of progress here, and that there will be a certain point where you're ready to move on, because you're not going to stay here forever. I mean, they got the glass cracking kind of here under this guy's feet. And so it's just really calling, I think, for you to enjoy the moment, enjoy who you are, enjoy these things that you're figuring out about yourself. And then as you move into the next relationship, it's going to be so much better for you. Let's take a look at the advice card here real quick and see what it will add to the message for you today. Look to the future. You know, it's very interesting because I mean, it's kind of a, you know, at first glance, you know, I'm really talking about there's some real themes here about living in the moment and figuring this things out for yourself and so forth. But again, I think this is all related to that next person, which we talked about as well, that next relationship, you know, to maximize the success and the happiness, and then the type of person that you are attracting to yourself. Because again, I mean, you know, we attract, like attracts like. So, I mean, just think about it like this: if you know your confidence is self-confidence is in a hole, and you're anxious and you're not feeling good about life, and you're looking to escape, who do you think you're going to attract? You're going to attract somebody that's pretty much in the same spot that you are. And what kind of healthy relationship do you think that's going to be? It's not. It's just going to be two people, you know, wallowing in each other's misery, basically. But here I see some very positive cards about you being you, and coming doing some good self-work and self-healing, and really stepping into the next relationship in a very, very, very healthy spot, and attracting the type of person that you deserve to be with at this point in time. And then to wrap this up, the advice we have: look to the future. So I think this is basically saying that you're doing all the right things. That something is coming down your way here. That, you know, I couldn't tell you exactly when at this point in time. You know, these things happen when they're supposed to happen. But I think overall, this is a great reading for you. I mean, I think that you're solid. I think you're confident. I think you're well grounded. I think you're very stable right now. Now, I think you do have this out in the universe where, you know, it's just a matter of time before you find somebody that you really connect with. And, you know, it's just going to be I think this next relationship is going to be a lot different for you than what some of these past relationships have been. And I think it's going to be a new experience. I think it's going to be positive. I think it's going to be healthy and fun, and it's going to be what you're looking for. So yeah, I think it's a great reading for you. I hope it's helpful. If it resonates with you, please make sure to like the video for me. And then, of course, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button as well. That helps us out quite a bit, especially as we're growing our audience. So thank you in advance for that. So thank you once again for watching. That's all I have for this time, and we'll catch up with you on the next reading. Hey, everybody, welcome. If you are moving away from a relationship or thinking about moving away from a relationship and you are looking for more information on that, you are in the right spot. So let's go on and flip this card over and see what messages Spirit has for us at this time. Time to let go. There you go. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. Very appropriate. I mean, if you know, if this part of the reading is for those of you that are moving away from relationships, and I think that if you're watching this, we'll see what these other cards have to say as well. But I think it speaks for itself. Time to let go. It's time to move on from this relationship. I'm not sure what's going on in the relationship, but whatever it is, it no longer serves your best and highest purpose in this life. You have everything that you need, everything that you needed to get out of this relationship you now have, and it's no longer moving in a good direction. You're no longer happy with it. You're no longer satisfied. Maybe you've outgrown this person. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't even a bad relationship. Maybe you're just done. Maybe you just outgrown them. Maybe you recognize that this isn't where you want to be. Maybe they have nothing else to offer this relationship. Maybe they're just complacent and happy with where they're at, and you're not. I mean, who knows? It could be a lot of different things, but regardless, it's time to move on. And it's time to let go and just be happy for the experience and take what you've learned from here and then go get what you want. Maybe not immediately. I mean, I'm not saying jump right into the next relationship. I'm saying, download all the information, figure out what you learned from this relationship, figure out what you loved about it, what you hated about it, what's acceptable for future relationships, what's not acceptable for future relationships. And, and then start that process of finding yourself again outside of the relationship as an individual, reconnecting with perhaps some lost friends or family, if that's the case for you, and just going out and loving yourself again, and becoming an individual outside of that relationship and figuring all that out. And yeah, so let's just look here at these clarification cards, see what we're working with, see if there's more information here. Yeah, okay. I think it really just I don't know. I'm not seeing anything like crazy in terms of like huge fights and toxicity and everything else. I almost get the feeling it's just real meh. And I've gotten that like the whole meh energy from the beginning of this reading, I think that's kind of why I went off on that tangent about maybe you're outgrowing this person or whatever else. But whatever it is, we got the postponement card. It's just been kind of like gray. It hasn't really brought anything to the table for you. You've just been kind of apathetic about it. And I think that you've been looking at other things out there, things that you want, things that this relationship isn't providing for you. And you've just been kind of wishful thinking. And perhaps even you tried to push this relationship in that direction, try to be fulfilled. But the bottom line is you're not fulfilled. And it was just time to move on. With this card, what I do like, though, is that they're kind of looking through this window and the grass is literally green on the other side. There's all kinds of colors, there's beautiful things in the future for this person. All you have to do is step through here. And I think that that's, again, obviously the direction you're already heading, but this is kind of bleeding through, which means you're already moving that direction. You already realize this stuff. Maybe you've made some attempts or whatever, but it just wasn't enough. And this isn't the relationship for you to get you where you want to go. Now, we also have the no-thingness card here. And at first glance, of course, this looks bleak. And, perhaps you're thinking, gosh, just an ugly card, to go along with the postponement card. But in reality, the no-thingness card is really a card of unlimited possibilities of potential, in terms of the actual description. I think it says something along the lines, it's the pause moment between the inhale and the exhale, and that anything's possible at that point. Is kind of the description of the card, but I like this card because again, it's just unlimited potential. The world is your oyster, and I think that the more you move away from this and go after the things that you want, this is basically just saying that there's good things ahead for you, and that what you want, you'll get whatever you strive for. There are no limitations. You just have to go get it. So I think it's a very you're moving in a very positive direction. I really don't see, again, this being this huge traumatic, blow up, huge loss type deal of a relationship. Again, I think this is something you're just like, this isn't for me. I don't like it. I'm not comfortable here. Not even necessarily a bad person or whatever else. It's just not right for me. And it just was a boring relationship that was taking me nowhere. So you're moving on to bigger and better things, and that is amazing. So let's take a look at the advice card and see what we can add to this reading for you. Weave your reality. I love it. So, I mean, it's just what we just got done saying. Go out and get what you want. Make your own reality here. The future is wide open. You obviously want something different. Heck, you may even have a very clear picture of what that is. I mean, this person's certainly looking at a picture of something that they want. And maybe you have the details, maybe you don't, but whatever it is, figure it out. Go out and get it. The no thing chart is full of possibilities. Your future is yours to create. The world is your oyster. So it's just reinforcing the idea that, yeah, you've recognized it's time to move on. It's time to let go. Timing is perfect here, and there's beautiful things ahead of you. Ahead for you, but you're gonna have to take some action here and go out and create your own reality, weave your reality. So great way to end this read, and I hope it's been helpful. If this does resonate with you, please make sure to like the video. If you have any questions or comments, of course, you can always leave it in the comment box, or I think my email is on there as well. Shoot me an email. I'm more than happy to help if I can. And yeah, that's what I have for this time. So thank you once again for watching, and we will see you at the next reading.